Some of the most powerful things for your child's brain development are completely free and most parents have no idea. We spend money on expensive toys, flashcards, brain boosters, and educational gadgets, thinking we are giving a child an advantage. But as a pediatrician, the research tells us a different story. Today I want to share what actually builds a child's brain, and none of it costs a single penny. I'm Dr. Amara, consultant pediatrician, and these are the things I wish every parent knew. The first thing that builds a child's brain is something called serve and return. Imagine a game of tennis. One person serves, the other returns. Babies and young children learn the same way. When your baby smiles at you, smile back. When they make sounds, respond to them. When they point at something, talk about it. These simple back and forth interactions strengthen the brain pathways responsible for language, learning, and emotional development. Research shows that the more serve and return interactions a child has in their early years, the stronger their brain connections become. You don't need a single toy for this. You just need to be present and responsive. The second thing is reading, and starting earlier than most parents think. Many parents wait until their child starts school before introducing books. But the best time to start is from birth. In fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend reading aloud to children from birth. Even babies benefit from hearing your voice, looking at pictures and turning pages. Reading develops language skills, attention span, imagination, and vocabulary. And here's the best part. Your child doesn't need to understand every word. The interaction itself is helping their brain grow. 5 minutes of reading together every day is enough to make a real difference. The third thing is something parents often get wrong: letting your child struggle a little. As parents, we naturally want to help, but sometimes we help too quickly. If your child is trying to fit a shape into a puzzle, or stacking blocks, or figuring out how something works, give them a moment. Count silently to 10 before you step in. Let them think, let them try. A small amount of struggle is actually good for the developing brain. It builds problem-solving skill, persistence, and confidence. Of course, stay close and be supportive, but resist the urge to solve every challenge for them. Because every time they figure out something on their own, their brain is building new connections. The fourth thing surprises many parents: sleep. Most parents think carefully about nutrition, but sleep is equally important for brain development. Sleep is when the brain processes new information, consolidate learning, and strengthen memory. A child who sleeps well is better able to focus, learn, and regulate their emotions. And here the recommended hours every parent should know. Toddlers between 1 and 2 years need 11 to 14 hours of sleep per day. Preschoolers between 3 and 5 years need 10 to 13 hours. And school-age children between 6 and 12 need 9 to 11 hours. To support good sleep, keep a consistent bedtime routine. Same time every night, same sequence of events, bath, book, bed. Predictably tells the brain it's time to wind down, and that consistency is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do for your child's developing brain. The fifth thing is play, and I mean real play. Outdoor play, pretend play, running, climbing, exploring. When children play, they're not just exercising their bodies, they're exercising their brains. Physical play improves coordination, planning, creativity, social skills, and problem solving. Pretend play develops language, empathy, and imagination. And unstructured play, time with no agenda, no screen, no adult directing, gives the brain space to create, invent, and explore independently. Play is not a break from learning. Play is learning. So the next time your child is running around the backyard making up stories, know that their brain is working hard. And the sixth thing, which may be the hardest for modern parents, is limiting screen time. Screens are entertaining, and sometimes as parents we need a moment of quiet. This is completely understandable. But young children learn best from real people and real-world experiences: talking, playing, reading, exploring. No app, no matter how educational it claims to be, can fully replace those experiences of a young child. Here are the current guidelines from the American Academy of Pediatrics. For children under 18 months, avoid screen time completely except video calls with family. For children between 18 months to 2 years, only high quality programming and watch it together with your child. For children between 2 and 5 years, limit to 1 hour per day of high quality content. And for all ages, keep screens out of the bedroom and away from meal times. The goal is not perfection, the goal is balance. Before I finish today, I want you to look at this list one more time. Serve and return conversations, reading together, letting them struggle a little, protecting their sleep, giving them time to play, and limiting screens. None of these cost anything. None of them require a special toy or subscription or an app. They just require you, your voice, your presence, your attention. Those everyday moments that feel so ordinary are anything but ordinary to your child's developing brain. They are building something that will last a lifetime. If this video helped you today, please share it with the parent who needed to hear it. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments below.